Are you okay? Your face looks a little uncomfortable. Are you tired or something? Are you hurt? Did you have a bad day? You can talk to me about it if you want to.
I want to get out of here. I thought I should tell you about it, Kathy. It's a big decision, and it might affect you.
What do you mean? You want to leave? Where are you going to?
I can't stand my mom any longer. She's really getting on my nerves. I need to get out of here and be free. I want my own space where I can do whatever I want to do. Things have been getting worse and worse for a long time now, and I really want this to be over. I've tried my best, but I just can't find a way to get through it all. No matter what I try to do, we always end up arguing. I just want to be gone and never come back. I've not been sleeping as of late. I can't even do that. I've been feeling so bad that I went to the hospital to see if there was something wrong with me. The doctor told me that I had really bad depression. I knew I was sad, but I didn't realize that it got this bad. I don't want to go on like this. Something needs to change, and I think the first step is to get out of here and be on my own. I've really come to the end of what I can stand. I can't take anymore. I hope that other people can accept my decision and support me. I hope they don't try to hold me back. When someone gets as bad as I am, then you just need to let them go. I don't think I'm going to need anything more from you people. I think I'll be able to support myself. Even the medical bills to treat my depression. I can cope with this. I can get by. I just don't want to be with her, and I'm taking my kid with me.
Have you spoken with your parents about this? Maybe you can compromise and find another way. Depression is really hard to treat, so I wish you luck in that. I really don't want you to feel bad.
I don't think they're going to change. They've always been like this, and they're going to be like this until the day they die. I cannot stand to be around them. I want to be free. I don't want the pressure that they put me under. I don't deserve it. It just makes me so sad. I sometimes wish I wasn't here at all. She doesn't let me do anything I want to. She's so controlling. She checks everything I spend. I can't do anything without her permission. Even when I go to the shop, she'll check what I bought to make sure I didn't spend too much money. Is that a way to live? I don't think so. She even opens parcels that get sent to me. She wants to know what's inside. That's a complete invasion of my privacy, and it's not fair. If she's not happy with what I bought, then it causes a huge scene in the house. She gets really angry. Why does she have to do this? Why can't she just let me get on with my life? I don't want to be controlled by her all the time. I know a lot of people have problems with their parents, but this is just too much. She even tries to control what I eat. If I eat something she's not happy with, then she gets really angry. She accuses me of not eating properly and starving myself. That's absolutely not what I've been doing. The sooner I get out of here, the better. If they don't go, then I'll have to go. I think they're going to regret it. I really don't know how they're going to get by without me. Dad's getting old now, and his body isn't what it used to be. He's not in great health, and he needs a lot of attention. I sometimes wonder if I should stay here and look after them, but they treat me too badly. If they want me to be nice to them, then they have to be nice to me too. That's just how the world works, I'm afraid. I'm not going to be helping them. They can look after themselves.
It's a sad story. I'm sorry to hear that you don't get along with them. If you need to get out of there, then that's your choice. I can understand and sympathize with you. It's really hard when people don't treat you nicely.
I'm glad you're going to support me here. I just want to get out of here and not have anything to do with them ever again. I'm going to start down my own road. I'm going to live the life I want to live. For the first time, I'm not going to let anybody hold me back. I don't want to let people see me like this anymore. I don't want to have to walk around every day with a sad look on my face because I'm just so unhappy. I'm sorry that I'm going to be leaving you. I'm sorry if it causes any problems for you, Kathy. You don't deserve it.
Don't worry about it. You just do what you have to do. I'll survive. If they've been unpleasant to you, then I don't blame you for feeling the way you do. I'm just proud that you've managed to tolerate this for so long. Where are you going to go now?
I'm going to live with a friend at first. After that, I'm going to move out and try and find my own place. I don't know what my mother's going to say when she hears about this.
Maybe I could talk to her about it. It might be easier on you.
I don't want to put all of the pressure on you. I don't want you to get in any trouble. If you want to, you could always run away with me. We could get out of here together. Start life afresh. If you're not happy with your life, then you need to do something to make it better. You only live once. There's no point living an unhappy life. That's not a life worth living. I always thought that my mother wasn't nice to you. She was like that from the moment you got married. If you're happy with her, then that's fine. But I can't stand her. I think as time goes by, you're going to get more and more annoyed with her.
I think I'll be okay. My mom's like this too. She's always complaining about everything. I think your mom's actually quite reasonable compared to mine, but if you need to get out, then just go. I really wish you would reconsider, but you need to do what's best for you, and only you know that. We all have our limit, and if you've reached yours, then you'll have to change something about your life. It's really a regrettable situation.
I've had to put up with all this since I was born. I've managed this far, but I can't go on anymore. You don't have any children yet, so you don't have any commitments. That's really nice for you. Sometimes I think back to when I didn't have children and wish I'd done more with my life back then. I feel so constrained these days. I guess there's no happiness in life without a bit of hardship. Don't let things hurt you. You've got to challenge these things before it gets to that stage.
I know how you feel. We all have regrets. Don't let them hurt you too much. Try to see the positive side in everything. Try not to worry about your life right now. Do your best to try and regain your strength. You might be feeling burned out now, but there is a future ahead of you if you try. If you're not in a good place right now, then try to find something better. You need to rest and maybe take some medicine. Then you'll be feeling much better than now. I hope the doctor has given you something that will help to make you better. I don't want you feeling bad for much longer.
Thanks so much for being there for me. It makes me feel much better to know you understand and sympathize with me. Even if I go, we'll have to stay in touch and talk to each other in the future.
I really hope we can do that. It's such a good idea. Good luck in your new life.
Thank you for saying that. It means a lot to me.
What has gone wrong with Maddie? I think she's lost her mind.
Why? What's she done?
She's just gone and left us. She's run off. She didn't even tell me why she was going, and now she's gone. I wonder what's got to her. I really worry that she's going to get in trouble out there all on her own. I don't know if she knows how to look after herself.
Try not to worry about her too much. She's a tough girl. She knows how to survive.
I still think it's going to be difficult for her out there. She might be strong, but who knows what she's going to come across when she's all on her own out there. I really do worry about her. What kind of person just runs off like this? It's the kind of thing a teenager would do, not her. She's too old for this, and it makes me scared. I really think I should try to get in touch with her, but she won't answer my calls. I was always there for her when she needed me, and I don't intend to change that now. I'm going to do my best to get her back. Mom and Dad are really worried too. They didn't sleep at all last night.
From what I've seen of Maddie, she is a strong woman and she knows what she wants in life. I think whatever the world throws at her, she is going to survive and get through. I just have a gut feeling that she's going to be all right. Don't you worry too much. Why do you think that she's run away? Do you think that she's been treated badly? Maybe she feels unhappy about how her parents have been acting towards her. If she had been given the respect that she deserved, then she wouldn't have run off right now. She must be really unhappy about what's going on in the house. Maybe that's why she left. I don't think she gets along very well with your mom. They seem to have clashing personalities. I understand her. I understand how she feels.
I still think that she could do better to try and compromise with people and get along with us. And just because you're a woman doesn't mean you understand her better than me.
It seems to me that you just don't understand her.
I know it can be difficult to make people happy these days, but it doesn't mean she has to run away. She could at least tell us where she's gone. It would make us all feel a lot safer. I think we're really nice to her. We always treat her really well. I hope she comes back as soon as possible. I'm really sad that you seem to be taking her side in all of this. She's the one who's clearly in the wrong here.
I'm just trying to be nice and see the world from other people's perspectives. I don't want to cause any more trouble, but I really think you need to be more considerate towards your sister.
You're nearly as bad as she is. Please don't take her aside in front of my mom. That's just going to make things even worse. She's going to be really angry if you do that kind of thing. It might be a good idea if you were extra nice to my mom for a while now. She's really angry about what's going on, and it might be a nice thing of you to do. I certainly don't want you to be disagreeing with her and making the situation worse.
Why can't you be nice to her? Why do I have to do it? If she's down, then it's your job to cheer her up.
I think we can both do it. We can both do our bit to be nice to my mom and dad. Try to make them feel better. I think Maddie's lost her mind. At least we've still got you. That's good to know. I really don't want you running off too.
I don't have any time to help your parents. I'm busy with work. I've got a lot of things to think about other than that.
I think you should try to find time to be nice to them too. Please don't just focus on your work when you have family to think of too. I'm not even sure that your career is going that well. I don't think you're going to get a promotion anytime soon. Maybe you need to check your priorities. If my mom needs you, then I think my mom should come first in your life.
Thank you for the support you're giving me here. You're so nice to me. So nice to see you today. How are you? Everything going okay?
What a surprise to see you. I wasn't expecting you. I'm fine. I get aches and pains now and again, but apart from that, I'm doing okay. Thanks for asking. It's nice to know that someone cares about me.
You really need to make sure that you're eating well. Your health depends on eating good food.
Thank you for reminding me of that. It's something I'm aware of. I do try to eat healthily. I'm happy that we get along so well. I don't like arguing with people. I like to get along with people really well. Now let's get on to the most important thing that we need to talk about. What on earth happened to Maddie? Where is she? Where did she go? What do you know about this? I don't understand how she could be so stressed and upset that she has to run away. What did she tell you? What did you talk about?
She told me that life was really hard for her, and she wasn't happy. She told me that she'd got depression. It seems that everything was just getting a bit too much for her.
It sounds like a big excuse to me. I don't think there was anything wrong with her. There's definitely something wrong with her brain, but I don't think it's depression. What would make her run away from us like this? I really can't understand. I really want to do what I can to try and get her back. If she's upset, then there are better ways to deal with this type of thing. She could have spoken to me. I'm always here to listen to her. I really don't accept that she has depression. I don't think it was that serious. She might have been a little bit sad, but it wasn't so bad that she had depression. We all face hard times, and we just have to try and get through them. I've been through this kind of thing, too.
I think you're underestimating how unhappy she was. She went to see a doctor about it, and he confirmed it was depression. I think you need to believe what I'm saying here. If you're unhappy, then you need to do something to help yourself. You can't just wait as life goes by and things get worse and worse. She needs professional help and some medicine. Some rest would be a good idea, too.
Do you think she has a weak mind? Is that the problem? She already had children. She should be used to stress. I think she's just made a big excuse because she doesn't want to live here any longer. I have no idea what I did to make her feel so unhappy. I don't think I'll ever understand. I just know that she's going to regret this for the rest of her life. She's going to be so unhappy about what she did when she looks back on this in the future. Why would she abandon us all like this? There really is no reason for it.
She did it because she was really unhappy. She did have a reason.
You're just taking her side because you're her sister-in-law.
I'm just telling you what she told me.
I've always been so good to her, and this is how she treats me. What kind of a person would just walk away from me like this? It shows a clear lack of respect. I've given her everything that she needs, and she clearly can't see how lucky she is. By the way, thanks for bringing this bread over for me.
I thought it might be a nice present for you. It might help to cheer you up after this incident.
Thanks for the thought, but it really doesn't taste that good. I wanted something a little bit nicer.
I just tried some myself, and it was really nice. I don't know what you think is wrong with it.
It just doesn't taste good. Next time, please buy something a bit more expensive. This is clearly not suitable for me. I really don't know if I'd want to eat it. It just doesn't taste that good.
Well, I'm really sorry about that. I'll try and do better next time.
With Maddie gone, do you think you can help tidy the house? There's no one else here to do it now, so maybe you can do it. How about you start with just doing a little bit of cleaning? It would be really nice and really helpful for me. If the house isn't clean for a day or two, then dust gets everywhere.
Okay, I'll help you. I guess you need a helping hand right now. Wow, there's really a lot of stuff to wash in the kitchen.
Maddie usually does it and she's not here. You can do it. I know you'll be able to do that. Thank you so much for helping me out around here. It's really nice of you to do this for me. I don't know where I'd be without all these people to help me. Maddie really was good at that, but now you can take her place.
I am so tired. I've so much to do at work recently, and it's really making me tired.
Did you not sleep very well? Is that why you're so tired? Maybe you need to go to bed at an earlier time. It might be good for your health.
It might be part of the reason, too. I was at your mom's house the other day doing the cleaning, and that didn't help. She had Maddie doing it all, but now Maddie's gone, she wanted me to do it. I felt I couldn't say no. I didn't want to make her even more unhappy than she already is. She must be a bit sad about Maddie going. I think I understand Maddie a lot better now. Your mom really had her working hard. I don't see why she should have to do all that. She's not a servant.
Was it really that bad? I didn't think she had Maddie doing all that much. If you found it hard, then imagine what it would be like for my mom all on her own. I think it's only fair that you help her do all the housework. I can't do it because I've got no time, but I think you'll be able to do it.
Do you want me to lose my mind? I was washing dishes all evening and it was driving me nuts. I don't see why your mom can't do it. If you stay on top of things, then it doesn't get that bad. I'm happy to help, but that was a bit too much. I really didn't want to do all that.
My mom has a bad back. How is she going to do all that work? I think you need to be a bit more considerate and think about other people more than yourself.
Why doesn't she hire someone to come over and do all the housework? I really don't want to be doing that every time I go over there now. It's really too tiring for me.
I don't think she has the money to do that. I think you'll be really good at it.
I just want her to find someone else other than me. I don't want to be burdened with all the housework.
If you don't do it, then who's going to do it? Stop being so selfish. Maddie has gone and now my mom's in a bit of a bad position. I think you need to step in and help out. I'm really not happy with Maddie. She's caused so many problems by doing this. If only she could have stopped and thought about others. I really don't understand her at all. Have you spoken to her again? I know you're really close to her. I thought she might have got in contact with you again.
No, I've not spoke to her since she left. She didn't contact me. I hope she will do at some point. It would be nice to hear from her and make sure she's okay.
I'd really like to talk to her as well and tell her how I feel.
Honey, I'm back! Oh. Candace?
Are you surprised by this or something? Did you not expect me to be here? Why are you coming back here so late? You haven't even prepared any food. I would have thought that you'd be preparing a delicious dinner every night for my son. I'm really not happy about this. I think you're work shy. Can you just leave this alone, please, Mom? We don't need you interfering with our lives. We can decide what happens in our house. I don't mind if Kathy comes home from work a bit late some days.
Why have you come over here today? Did you come over for some particular reason?
She just came over because we thought it would be nice. There's no special reason for this. I think it's nice for her to have a family get-together.
Why didn't you ask me in advance? You could have at least consulted me about this.
What's the problem? Don't you like me coming over? I really didn't think you'd have a problem with it. We've lost Maddie right now, so please don't try and make the situation any worse. You're currently the most important woman in the eyes of my mom. I don't think my mom has to get permission when she wants to come and visit us. I think she's allowed to come over anytime she wants. I think you'll have to get used to it, too. My dad's probably going to come over next week as well.
So you're telling me that they're going to come over whenever they want from now on? Whatever happened to me and you having some personal space?
I think it might be a nice idea if my mom and dad come and live with us.
Are you serious? You want them to come and live here?
I think it will be a nice thing to do to help them get over the loss of Maddie.
It will be easier for you to look after us as well. I know that you're going to love looking after me. It's going to be a really nice experience for you. But the first thing you need to do is get some food ready tonight. Why haven't you already done something? I really hope this doesn't happen all the time. I really expect my son to be cared for better than this. I've been waiting for so long this evening. I'm really getting hungry now. Please hurry up and get something sorted. That'll make us all feel better.
I think she can do that from now on. If you're going to be spending a lot more time here with us, then Kathy can cook dinner every night. Her workplace isn't far from here, so if she hurries and gets home, then she'll have enough time to cook food. Isn't that right, Kathy? You can do it. You don't need to worry about making food, Mom. You can just relax.
That's really nice to hear. I like to know that I've got people who can care for me and look after me. I want to eat at 6 every night, not a moment later. I'm very strict about when I want to eat. I really hope that Kathy can make the food to my schedule. You need to plan your work around your family. We come first, not your job. I really don't know what to think. I don't seem to have a choice here, do I? If you've got something to say, then please tell us. We'd really love to hear it. Let me just talk with Carl for a moment. What do you think you're doing? What's this all about? Why didn't you ask me about this?
Mom, you just wait here while we have a private discussion. What are you being like this for? Why are you making a big scene in front of my mom?
What is this all about?
I'm just thinking about my mom. Maddie's run off and she needs someone to look after her. I thought we could fill in that role. I really didn't think it was going to be that much of a stress for you. There's going to be no one there to help my mom and dad, and after a few days, their house is going to be a terrible mess. If they come and live with us, then we can look after them and make sure nothing goes wrong. I really don't think it's too much to ask. I think it's just what we should do for my parents. I know you'd do the same if it was your mom and dad. I hope you're not mad because I didn't tell you first. I don't see why I needed to do that.
I think it's the principle that counts. You really need to be more respectful to me. I'm just worried that she's going to drive me to depression like she did for Maddie. Maddie told me that they were always arguing. This is my house too, and you didn't even think to consult me before you invited your parents to come and live with us. What is wrong with you? How could anyone think that was an acceptable thing to do? I really don't have time to be dealing with all this stuff. I already have enough on my plate with work, and I don't want to be thinking about this too. Are you okay? What's wrong with you? How could you think this was going to be a good idea?
I've got to look after my parents. It's just what you have to do. How could I say no to them? If they're in need, then of course I'm going to try and help them. I thought you'd be okay with all this. I didn't think it was going to be a problem. I think you need to be a bit nicer to me and my family. We need to focus on my parents. That's what's important right now. If we have a child, are you still going to work? I don't think so. Why not leave your job now to help look after my parents? I don't want you to focus on your job too much. You need to think more about family.
Why should I give up my job to look after your mom and dad? They don't even need anyone to do that. They can look after themselves, and if they are struggling, they should blame themselves for being so cruel to Maddie. It really isn't my problem, so I don't see why I should have to deal with it. They're your parents, not mine. If you want to look after them so badly, then why don't you give up your work? Why should I do it?
Don't be like this. We got married, and that means my parents are your parents too. You have to treat them as if they were your own. I think you've been using your job as an excuse not to help people. I think you're partly to blame for Maddie's problems. You were never there to help, so it was all left to her. If you had been more useful, then this wouldn't have happened. Maddie had to do it all on her own, and it really was too much. I wish you put more effort into your role in this family. Not just think about yourself all the time.
Are you really trying to blame this on me? I can't believe it. Why should it be dumped on either me or Maddie? We're not to blame. I don't have to live my life serving your parents. That's not what I should do. I could never have imagined that anyone would ever think this way. If I'd known you felt like this, then maybe I wouldn't have married you in the first place.
I think it was only natural that you'd end up doing this. I don't know how you didn't see it coming. My mom and dad are coming to live with us, and it's only natural that you can help to look after them. If you don't, then they're going to be really upset. If they're upset, then it's going to be bad for their health, and we really don't want that. You need to put in some effort and be a nice girl now. You can do this until Maddie comes back. If she comes back. I think you might end up enjoying it. My mom's really a nice person at heart. She's just a little demanding at times.
I'm really not sure about this. Maddie's not even been gone that long, and already you're shifting her duties onto me. Don't you think it's a bit early? If you're really so worried, then why don't you go and live with your parents? Why are you dragging me into this? I really don't want to live my life for your parents. If they're so sick, then why don't you get professional help for them? Maybe they need a nurse or something like that. Someone who knows how to look after them. As far as I'm concerned, it's your responsibility, and you should take the lead here. I really hope you're listening to what I'm saying right now. I really don't want to deal with this, and I hope you're not going to force the issue. I think the responsibility is on you, not me. I don't want to end up running away like Maddie did. Have you finished now? Is it time we left? You're going to have to explain all this to your mother. I'm not doing it. It's not my job. Are you awake? Hurry up and get up. I need you to do something for me. What time is it now? Why are you waking me up so early? I feel like I just went to bed. Can't it wait until the morning? I really don't want to be dealing with this right now. It's not too early. It's a good time for you to get out of bed. You need to get up and make sure this house is in good order. I want everything to be clean and tidy. I don't think you have any excuses to stay in bed and have a lie-in. You need to get on with your duties. This house needs to be clean. But it's 5:30 in the morning. Why do I need to get up this early? I never do this, and I don't see why I should start now. Hurry up and get up. It's time for you to prepare breakfast. I want you to make something nice for us all to eat. No excuses. Let's get it done. I usually get up at 7 o'clock in the morning. This is far too early for me. That's what time I have to go to work. I need as much sleep as I can get, so I'm not tired during the day. This isn't a good enough excuse for me. You need to make the breakfast too. I don't care if you have a job. You can't just opt out of your duties as a housewife. You need to make something nice for Carl so that he has a good start to the day. You can't just make any old food. It needs to be something good. If you don't start the day well, then you're really off to a bad start and it's difficult to pull it back. Great days are decided at breakfast. Now get up and do something! I'm not going to accept any excuses. I really mean this.
What is all this? What happened today?
Do you like it? I thought you would need a good breakfast before a day at work.
You did all this? Thanks, Mom.
She didn't do it. I did it. I was there to remind her of her duties as a housewife. I wasn't going to let her get away with not doing this. I really think it's important for a wife to make her husband a good breakfast before he goes to work. I don't know why she hasn't been doing this already. I sometimes don't understand younger people. Why don't they live like we did? If you have a good breakfast, then you can do a good day's work and make lots of money. That's the most important thing a husband can do. You're right, but I need to go to work and I don't want to get up at 5:30 in the morning. I usually just have some bread for breakfast and it's never done me any harm. There's no reason why you can't start to raise your standards now. I think it'll be much better for you. Maybe I should have given you this advice a long time ago. I don't care what you do. My son needs a proper breakfast before he goes to work. You need to do that from now on, and if you don't, then I'm going to be really angry about it. Now that I'm living here, there's going to be some new rules for you to abide by. The first is that you need to get up early and make breakfast. I want something really nice, too. You need to put a lot of effort into this, and I don't want to hear any excuses.
I think my mom might be onto something good here. It would be good for us to eat well when we get up.
I don't want to talk about this right now. I need to go to work soon, so I don't have time to think about it. I really don't know why you let her treat you like this. She needs to put in some extra effort if she's going to make me happy. I'm really not happy right now, and I don't want to feel like this.
Maybe you should be a bit easier on her. You've only just moved in here and you don't want to make her feel too bad. It might stress her out and then who knows what will happen.
But it hurts me so much to see my son living like this. You need your wife to treat you how you deserve to be treated. At least I'm here now. I can keep an eye on her. Hi, are you okay? Do you need something? What time are you going to be coming home from work? I think I might be a bit late today. I'm thinking about 7:30 p.m. Why? Is there something up? I have some extra things to do, so I can't get home on time. Do you really think that your job is more important than your husband? What are you thinking? Who's going to make dinner if you're not home? I'm sorry, but there's nothing I can do about it. I have to stay here and do some things. There might be some stuff left over from breakfast. Why don't you eat that? If that's not enough, then I'm sure you can make something. Are you seriously suggesting that I eat something left over from breakfast? What on earth is going on in your mind? Do you think this is an acceptable way to treat your mother-in-law and your husband? It seems to me like you really don't care about us. I have some things to do, and there is no getting away from that. This happens from time to time, and it's never been a problem for Carl. You'll just have to get used to it, too. I'm sorry, but there is nothing I can do to change my commitments. You'll just have to accept it. Anyway, can't you cook for once? I'm sure you're good at it. Do you want me to order you some food? It can be delivered to the house. If you tell me, then I can order it for you now. I don't want to eat that kind of food. I want something cooked at home. I want something made with the love and attention of a wife, and that's what my son deserves. You might work, but that doesn't mean you can treat my son like this. If you eat that takeout food, then it's going to be bad for your health. I'm really sorry. You're right about that, but there's nothing I can do today. It's not bad for you if you only have it once in a while. I had no idea that a woman could have this much work to do. I think you've really crossed a line today, and I'm not going to forgive you for it. You really need to change your priorities. From tomorrow onwards, you need to be cooking all the food. I have to do it all? I won't have time to do it all. I have work to do, and I'll be too tired after that. If you cared, then you'd do it. If you really respected and cared about me and your husband, then you'd be cooking 3 meals a day. Do you really not care about us at all? I do care about you, but I also have a job, and that needs to come first. If I don't take this seriously, then I'll get sacked, and that's just going to make everything a whole lot worse. I don't have time to talk to you right now. It'll have to wait until I get home. Are you going to defy me like this? I really can't believe you. You clearly don't respect me at all. Maddie ran away, and now you're being like this. What did I do to deserve people who don't cherish me? I could never have imagined that my later years would be spent like this. Sorry, I've just got things to do. You don't need to take it so personally. I'll speak to you later when I get home. Did you talk to your mom? She was just telling me that I need to get back and make dinner. I really don't have time for that today, and I'm hoping you're going to understand.
If you can't get back, then what can we do? But my mom's still going to be mad. I'm sorry you and her seem to be arguing a lot at the moment.
When is she leaving?
What do you mean?
I want her to go. I don't want to be with her any longer. I don't want things to go on like this.
Her things are being sent to our house today. I don't think she's going anywhere.
I thought we agreed that she would leave. You don't agree with me? You're really going to let it go on like this? She's coming to live with us? I don't know if I'm going to be able to survive like this. I'm already losing my mind. Now I know how Maddie felt. No wonder she ran away. Today was bad enough. She made me get up early to make food, and now she's pestering me to come home. Is it going to continue like this? I can't deal with this every day. I've already had enough of her, and you need to get her out.
I think she's just trying to show how much she cares. She wants to make sure we're both happy. I don't think she's going to continue like this. After a while, she'll get used to you, and you'll get used to her. Things will start to calm down after that.
I think her thinking is about 50 years out of date. If you want something to eat tonight, then either make it yourself or order something to eat. I won't be home to make anything, so sorry about that. I need to get back to work, and I don't want to be thinking about this again. It's really starting to drain my energy.
I think you need to make an effort to try and get along with her a bit better. I think you can do it. Just give it some time.
I don't think it's going to happen. I think I might end up running off like Maddie did. I just feel like you're trying to drive me over the edge. How much more can I take? Maddie was such a nice girl, and she was driven away by your overbearing mom. It's clearly your mom who's in the wrong here. She needs to change, not me. And by the way, did you get paid this month? You didn't put any money into the joint account. I was expecting some because I need it to pay the bills. Please put some money into that account as soon as you can. I don't want to be late paying anything again. That would lead to a lot of issues. It's really not good if we don't pay these things on time.
Oh, I forgot about that. Is it that time of the month again? I didn't get my salary yet. There was a problem at work, so I'm going to have to wait for a few days.
What are you talking about? What happened? Why didn't they pay you on time? How could a company that big fail to pay you? I really don't understand. You need to talk to someone about this, as it's really not acceptable.
These things happen, and we just have to deal with them. I'll try to get the money as soon as I can and send it to you. I'm really sorry about this.
Okay. Please do that as soon as you can. I'll be waiting for that money.
Okay, will do. I've got to go now. I've got some things to do. So nice to talk to you, and see you again later.
See you soon. This is all a bit strange for me to understand, but I'm going to accept your explanation. Hey, Kim. You want to have a coffee with me? Sure, I'd love to. I have a question for you. Have you ever not been paid on time? Does that kind of thing happen? Has it ever happened to you? No, I've never known that. It would be a big problem if that happened. I know a lot of people would make a real big scene if they didn't get paid on time. I've always been paid at the right time. I've never had any problems. Why do you ask? Did you not get paid or something? My husband tells me that he didn't get paid on time. I thought it was really strange, so I wanted to see if it had happened to anyone else. He told me that something had happened, so they couldn't pay him on time. He said that it was going to come soon, but just not yet. I've never heard of this before. It all sounds a little bit suspicious to me. I thought he might be lying to me or something like that. Is that what he said to you? It does sound a bit strange. I can understand why you might be suspicious. I would be too if that happened to me. Maybe you need to talk to him and see what's going on. Thanks for your input on this. It's been really nice to hear your opinion. It's a big help for me. I have something I need to tell you. It seems that your husband has been fired. I just checked on the computer and he was sacked. Really? Is that for real? He lost his job? It seems to be that way. You might want to talk to him about it and see what he has to say. I really hope he hasn't been lying to you, but it's understandable if he did. I actually read that he caused a lot of problems for the company. He was stealing money from them and they caught him. He got fired on the spot. It happened a while ago now. Didn't he tell you about it? That's really not a nice thing to do. I think he should have been honest and open with his wife. You really need to know about this kind of thing. He didn't tell me about this. I can't believe it. He just goes out in the morning and comes back at night as he always did. How could he have been fired? I think you need to go and have a talk to him about it. See what he has to say. It might be some kind of mistake, but I really don't think that's the case. I would have thought that he'd be honest to you and tell you all about it. I really can't understand what's going on here. Why didn't he tell me? I think you need to have a polite word with him. You can find out what happened then. You might even need to help him find another job. That's a good idea. Thanks for letting me know. I really don't know what to do. How could this be the case? Surely he can't have screwed up this badly and not told me about it. I'm home. How are you guys? What time do you call this? Don't you think it's a bit late? What kind of a woman comes home this late in the evening? I really can't understand modern women. This wouldn't have been allowed when I was young.
I'd have been home cooking the dinner.
I had to work late, so there's nothing I could do about it. I don't have a problem with it. It happens sometimes. I'm happy to do it too. I enjoy my work. I like to focus on things and really put my heart and soul into it. Did you guys eat? How was it?
We had some Mexican. It was nice. I hope you're going to cook tomorrow. I really don't want to be eating Mexican all the time. I want to try your home-cooked food. I'm sure it's going to be really nice. I can't wait either. I bought a lot of stuff for you to cook with, so I'm really expecting something nice.
I think you guys are going to be disappointed. I might not have time to cook. I'm going to be really tired when I get home from work, so I might not have time to make something nice.
Why don't you just finish earlier and come home then? You'll have plenty of time to cook if you do that. I'm not going to be happy if we keep having takeout food. I really don't want to eat like that. I want a proper home-cooked meal prepared with love and care. That's what you're going to do for us. You don't have a choice in the matter. Also, Carl's dad is going to be coming over here soon too, and you'll need to cook for him as well.
He's coming here too?
You didn't even know about this. Why not? Didn't Carl tell you? I just didn't get the chance. My dad is going to be coming to live with us too. I'm sure that's going to be okay with you. I've also told my mom that we can pay a bit more towards his medical bills. I hope you can accept that too. We might have to make some cutbacks, but it's for a good reason. We really need to be nice to my dad.
Do I even get a say in any of this? Are you even going to ask for my opinion?
You do. We always listen to you. Also, you might have to look after him a bit more when he's here.
I've told you so many times. I don't have time to look after anyone. I have a job and that comes first. I'm not going to allow my career to suffer because you want me to stay here and look after your dad.
I think we need to adapt to the situation we're facing. We need someone to take a little bit of time off work to look after the older generation. You can still have a job, but you might have to cut down to part-time hours. I think you're going to be really good at looking after my dad. I think you've really got the right personality.
He's your dad, not mine. Why don't you look after him?
How can you talk to us like this? How can you not care about us at all? You really can't say that to your husband. I think you need to get rid of this working woman fantasy that you have. Your priority should be at home.
I think you need to get rid of your housewife fantasy. I'm not going to do that. Me and Carl are equals. This isn't the 1950s. We don't do things the way you did.
Kathy, please don't make a scene here. I don't want Mom getting upset. You really do have a way of turning everything into an argument, and it's really not helpful. You really shouldn't talk to people like this all the time.
How about you just be quiet for a moment? I need to say something. I've been wanting to say this for a long time. Candace, I want you out of this house as soon as possible.
What? What do you mean by that? Are you being serious here?
I am being very serious. I want you to get out. I'm not going to look after you. I'm not going to look after anyone. You ruined Maddie's life, and I'm not going to let you ruin mine. You need to get out of here. I can't take you anymore. Do you even understand how hard you made her life? Do you know how unhappy she was? She couldn't take you anymore, and now I really understand why. This whole experience has been really draining for me, and I want it to end now. Maddie left because she couldn't take it anymore. I'm not going to let the same thing happen to me.
Stop telling such stupid lies. I don't want to hear it. You've really crossed the line this time, and you need to learn a lesson. How dare you talk about me like that? What's wrong with you? Stupid woman. Kathy, why are you trying to hurt my mom like this? Why do you have to say such painful things? You know it isn't true.
Sometimes you have to tell people things that they don't want to hear. The truth might hurt, but you need to hear it. There's no point living a lie. I have tried so hard to be diplomatic in this situation, but I can't do that anymore. You need to know how I really feel. It's time for me to fight for myself.
I really don't know what's got into you.
I've been waiting for you to do something. I've been hoping that you'd tell your mom what to do. Sadly, you're not man enough to stand up to your mom. How embarrassing. And there's more to this. I've learned something about you. Weren't you going to tell me? Did you think you could just carry on as if nothing happened at all? I know you lost your job. I found out today. What's going on? Why didn't you talk to me about this?
How did you find out about that?
What's she talking about now? Telling more lies. You didn't lose your job, did you? Is this why you're trying to hold me back at work? You're worried that I'm going to do better than you in life? What have you been doing all this time when you've not been going to work? I thought you were just working as normal, but that wasn't the case at all.
I've been doing my best to try and find another job. I didn't want this to go on for a long time. I thought I'd be able to find a job quite quickly.
You've been out of work for 2 months now. Why didn't you tell me what was going on? You just don't care about my feelings, do you? You don't care at all. You've been telling me to get up early in the morning and make food, and you've not even been going to work. Now you want me to look after your parents for you? Why would I do that? This is really a stupid thing to think. You've been treating me like I'm some kind of fool. You've been playing games with me, and you've not even been working. Try not to feel too bad, Carl. I know you'll be able to find a good job soon enough. Don't let this woman try and drag you down. Don't listen to what she says. It must be really hard for you right now. I'm here to support you if you need it.
I'm okay. Thanks, Mom. I can get through this.
I don't want to talk to you about this anymore. I've got nothing more to say. I think I'm done with this. Oh, there is one more thing I want to tell you. Whilst you're not at work, why don't you stay at home and care for your mom? Isn't that a good idea? Why should I do it when I'm the only one working around here? I'm not going to accept you trying to get me to look after your mom when you could do it yourself. It's your responsibility, and there's nothing stopping you from doing it.
I'm going to be busy soon. I'll have a new job soon enough. I won't have time to stay at home. I'm busy right now trying to find a new job. I don't have time to stay at home.
Well, I won't be able to do it either. I'm going to be busy with work too. I guess you'll have to find some other kind of arrangement. If you're not careful, then you might find that I'm not here anymore either.
What are you talking about now? Are you going to walk out on us?
I think you're really walking on thin ice. You're driving me up the wall. Who knows what's going to happen next? Let's just say that I really understand why Maddie walked off and left you all. I really don't want to do the same, but I can't promise anything. What do you think, Candace? Would you be happier if I left? Do you want to live here with your son and your husband alone? I know you don't like me. Wouldn't it be nicer if you didn't have to deal with me at all? Do you even know what you're saying right now? You're telling me that you might walk out and leave us, just like Maddie did. I hope you're not being serious. That seems to be the way this is all heading. If we get a divorce, then we'll have to sell the house and split the money between the two of us. I don't know how much you'll get. It might not be enough to move into another nice home. You might have to settle for something smaller. You can live there with your son and not have to see me at all. What? Divorce? You're not threatening divorce now, are you?
Divorce? You're not going to divorce me, are you? I've lost my job and now you're going to walk out and leave me. I didn't realize you were that kind of woman.
I have many reasons to divorce you. It's not just because you've lost your job. I don't need you. But even more, I don't need the stress that this relationship brings to me. I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to be with you, and I don't want to be your servant. I can walk out and start a new life, and it won't hurt me at all. In fact, I think I'll do a lot better without you. You'll have to find a new girl who's willing to deal with all this. I don't want to be part of it. I'm going to send you the divorce papers. You just sign them as soon as you can. The sooner we can get this over with, the better. Then we can all move on with our new lives. Please don't do this. Think about what you're doing. You might be annoyed right now, but you don't have to go to such extreme lengths to try and solve this. We can talk about this and find a way through it. Please think again. Please.
Hello, Kathy. Long time no see. I hope you're doing well. I was just thinking about you. So nice to talk to you again.
Hi, Maddie. I've been thinking about you, too. I hope you're doing well now that you've left everyone behind. You know you can always call me if you have any problems. I'm always here for you.
I'm okay. I've been tired as of late. Things can get a bit much for me, but I'm fighting through it day by day. How about you? You don't sound that good. Is there something going on? You can tell me about it if you want to.
I've done something shocking. I've left home too. I'm not living with Carl anymore. I've gone on my own path and I'm not going back to him.
You've done what? You've walked out? That really is a brave thing to do.
Candace came over to live with us and it all got a bit too much. We argued and then I decided that I didn't want to be there anymore. It was all too much. I couldn't take it and I needed to be free. I don't know how you put up with it for so long. You're really a stronger person than I am.
We all have our limits. I wish I'd left sooner. I think you might be making the right decision. Get out of there as soon as you can. It was so hard for me when I left. I faced a lot of problems. It wasn't an easy thing to do, but I'm still glad that I did it. I struggled at first. I took things one day at a time, and now I'm getting better and better. I'm feeling more and more positive about my life and my future. I know I can get to where I want to be if I really try and work for it. Life is too short. We don't have time to do things we don't want to do. I didn't want to live my life like that anymore. I'm sure you can understand now, too.
I really understand you. I know just how you feel. I have no idea why they act like that. Don't they know that what they're doing is wrong? How can anyone think it's the right way to behave? I think Carl is really the one with the biggest problem. He's my husband and he's supposed to be protecting me. He's supposed to put me first, but he didn't do that. He would rather put his mother before me. I had to divorce him. I had to get away. There was no way I was going to waste my life on him.
That's what a man should do for his wife. You're right about that.
Did you get divorced too?
I'm not divorced yet. I don't think I want to go down that road quite yet. I don't know how I'd look after my child if I did that. It's going to be really hard for me on my own. But it's also really too much for me to go back there. I really don't want to do that.
I think you need to get divorced and get rid of that old life once and for all. I think you can make it on your own. I don't think you need anyone else. If you try and you persist, then you can make it. I know you can. If you get a divorce, then you'll get some money from your former husband. It can really help you. You'll also get child support. If you want me to recommend a lawyer to you, then just ask.
I will get some money? Really? I thought I was going to be all on my own with nothing at all.
No, it's not like that. The man has to give you some money so you can look after your child. I know life is really hard for you right now, so I don't want you to suffer anymore. If you need any help, then I'm here for you. I can help you if you want me to. We're both in the same boat now, so I think we can depend on each other and learn from each other.
Thank you so much for being there for me. I don't know what I'd do if it wasn't for you. I'm so happy that I'm not going to be spending the rest of my life trapped in that house. There's so much more to the world than that.
I think you need to try and find a nice job for yourself. Something that you really love and you can see yourself doing for a long period of time. That way you'll be truly happy and free. I can try and help you find a nice job if you want. I don't know what you want to do, but whatever it is, I'll try my best to help. I think you're going to have a bright future from now on.
Thanks so much. You're really a great girl. I'm so happy you're there for me. I just don't know what I'm going to do right now. I'll have to have some time to think about it. I still feel a bit bad about what I did. I didn't want it to happen like this, but there was no other way.
I don't think you need to say sorry. It wasn't your fault. I think your family should have been nicer to you. They should have been looking out for you, and they should have noticed you weren't happy. I think the final step is for you to break ties with them and start your own life. I just hope that you and I can be friends for a long time to come. I really want you and I to stay close. I hope you feel the same way.
I hope so too. I think we can do that. We've both been through bad times and we can support each other. Even if Carl is my brother. I'll put you first.
I'm really happy to hear this. It makes me feel a lot better. I want to be free from now on. I want to live a new life and enjoy every day.
I hope so too. Let's hope for the best for both of us.
So, are we both going to be single women? We need to cooperate with each other. The first thing is to get divorced, and the next is to enjoy our lives as free women again.
You're not wrong there.
Is this really going to be the end for us? Are you serious about all this?
Why wouldn't I be serious? You think I'm playing a game here?
You know about my situation. How can you leave me like this? I can't believe that you would be so cruel.
You think I was being cruel? Are you joking? Just think about how you've treated me recently. You're the one who's been cruel, not me. Is that really the way to treat your wife? Did you think I wouldn't be bothered about all the things you did?
I'm really sorry about all that. It was a bad thing for me to do. I know I'm wrong. I just want you to forgive me. I'm really looking for a new job now, but it's really hard for me. Times are tough right now. It's hard to find a job, and it's really hard to find a good job. I wish you'd stand by me in my hour of need instead of throwing me to one side. Maddie left us and my mom and dad were without care. There was no one to look after them. I thought that you could do the job. I thought it was a reasonable thing for me to think. You really let me down with what you did. I thought you were a nice girl, but it turns out it's not the case. Now I've lost my job and you're just going to walk away. Whatever happened to being with someone through thick and thin? Don't you think about that? You only care about yourself. Is that what's going on here?
There's nothing you can do now to change my mind. There's no going back to the old days. You could have been looking after your parents. There's no reason why I should have been doing it. It's your job. Your mom was so annoying and you did nothing to help me. You were supposed to protect me from her and you did nothing at all. How did you think I felt when she was bossing me around the house telling me what to do? You think I wanted that? You think I wanted to get up in the morning and make food for everyone? It's just totally crazy and you didn't do anything to help me.
I did do some work. I help with the washing up from time to time. You have to remember that. I can't help it if that's what my mom wants you to do. She has high standards.
You may have helped a little bit, but it really wasn't enough in my eyes. You didn't respect me. You didn't respect the fact that I go to work too. You thought that was just a bit of fun for me, that it would be better if I stayed at home doing housework and looking after your parents. You wanted it all to be your way, and there's no way I'm going to accept that. I'm not going to stay at home and serve your parents. That's not my role in this world. How could you be so stupid to think that?
I didn't realize that it made you so mad. I thought you'd be happy to do that. I still can't understand how things got so bad so quickly. You didn't even warn me. You didn't tell me that you were not happy. I just wanted the best for my mom. I was busy trying to find a new job and I didn't have time to stay at home. I didn't want my mom to be hurt, so I thought I'd ask you to look after her. She's even more hurt now you've left.
If you're so worried about her, then you deal with it. I don't want to. I'm not accepting your apology either. There's no going back. You should have thought about this a long time ago. I'm not coming back to you now.
How am I going to look after my parents? If you don't come back, then I'm going to be all on my own.
It's your parents. You look after them. It's not my responsibility. Your parents have scared so many people out of your life. I think you need to take a good think about what you're doing and change things.
I'm sorry about what happened with Maddie. I want her to come back, but what can I do to make it happen? If she wants to run away, then that's her choice.
Why don't you spend some time with your mom? That way you can see what she's really like. I just want to be done with you now. I want to be away from you and never come back.
I don't have a job. If you leave me, then how am I going to survive? How will I eat? Why are you trying to destroy me like this?
I think it's another good reason for me to leave you. Why would I want to be with a loser like you? Please get on with the divorce process. I don't want to have to take you to court.
Please, give me another chance. How will I live without you?
It wasn't long after that we finalized the divorce and I was finally free. I'm glad that it didn't take too long. That would have been too much for me to bear. I just wanted it to be over as soon as possible. I wanted to be free again to start my new life. I had to get away from him and that awful woman. As for Maddie, she now has a new job and her depression is getting better. She's really on the road to recovery in all areas of her life. We've really become great friends and we really try to look out for each other. I'm now free to focus on my career. I'm going from strength to strength and getting where I want to be in life. I'm just glad I did what I had to do. I'm glad I didn't stay in that unhappy marriage any longer. I even have a bit of money left over to give to my parents. I'm hoping for a happy and healthy life in the future. Thank you for listening to my story. Thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.